Good morning, young minds. Welcome back to biology session. In previous session, we have discussed reproduction, types of reproduction, such as asexual reproduction, vegetative propagation. The two topics completed. Asexual reproduction, different types of asexual reproduction like budding, binary fission, fragmentation, zoospores, sporulation. Next, vegetative propagation, types of vegetative propagation, propagation by roots, propagation by stems, and propagation by leaves. This whole topic was completed. Next topic continuation, sexual reproduction. Important concept, sexual reproduction. When compared with asexual reproduction and vegetative propagation, sexual reproduction is most advanced method. Sexual reproduction produce progeny with different characters, desired characters, quality characters, and useful characters. Obviously, creation of new characters leads to variations. Finally, variations leads to evolution. Evolution means changes. Evolution is very essential for all living organisms because due to variations, either plants or animals successfully adapted towards local weather conditions, and they are able to adjust with the local weather conditions, successfully tolerate all adverse conditions. But organisms which are developed by asexual reproduction or vegetative propagation, those organisms unable to adapt it towards local weather conditions because no changes, no variations, no creation of new characters. So due to lack of new characters, desired characters, quality characters, organisms which are developed and produced by asexual reproduction or vegetative propagation, they may not adapt it towards local weather conditions. In such a way, in all directions, sexual reproduction is the better and best method than to that of asexual and vegetative propagation. Right? Sexual reproduction require either single individual or two opposite gender. In case of plants, single individual enough because majority of plants having bisexual flower. Single flower with the two sex characters, androecium and gynoecium, called bisexual plant, bisexual flower. In such conditions, single individual perform sexual reproduction. In case of animals, higher living animals and some lower living animals also, two opposite gender required for sexual mode of reproduction. Right? Like fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds and mammals. In all these organisms, male body different and female body different, male organism different and female organism different, right? That is the reason two opposite gender require for sexual mode of reproduction, include human beings, right? Male body produce male gametes that are also called sperms or spermatozoa. Female body produce an egg. Fusion of male and female gamete is called fertilization. Fertilization results in zygote. Zygote is a single cell diploid in nature. Later, zygote develop into embryo. The process of development of embryo from zygote is called embryogenesis. Embryogenesis. Embryo means a group of tissues, a group of cells derived from zygote is called embryo. Embryogenesis means production of embryo from zygote is called embryogenesis. Here zygote undergoes series of mitotic divisions to form embryo, that is called embryogenesis. Later embryo develop into new individual, new plant body or new animal body, etc. Right? gamete mother cell. Gamete mother cell produce gametes. The ploidy of gamete mother cell 2n diploid. The ploidy of gametes haploid because meiosis division. Meiosis division. Due to meiosis, mother cells, in case of female body, ovary consists of large number of mother cells. Okay, mother cells undergo meiosis to form haploid gametes. Similarly, in case of human beings, means male body, testis contain mother cells. That mother cells undergo meiosis, produce large number of haploid spermatozoa, sperm cells. In case of plants, PMC, MMC. PMC stands for pollen mother cell. MMC stands for megaspore mother cell. Male character, female character. Right? PMC, once I repeat, listen carefully. Pollen mother cell undergo meiosis to form male gametes. Male gametes. That means pollen. MMC, female character, produce female gametes, means egg. Egg. Ploidy of pollen, haploid. Egg cell also haploid. But PMC, MMC ploidy 2n diploid. 2n diploid. Reason? Meiosis. Hence, meiosis also called reduction division. All mother cells, either pollen mother cells or megaspore mother cells, any mother cell undergo meiosis to form gametes, male gametes and female gametes respectively. Due to meiosis, ploidy of gametes always haploid. It is common in plants and animals. Don't confuse. Okay. A sexual reproduction is an elaborate process, complex process. It occurs in a slower manner when compared with asexual reproduction and vegetative propagation. It is more complex in nature. Time-taking process occurs in a slower manner. Okay, but asexual reproduction, vegetative propagation require limited time, very less time. Here quite opposite. Sexual reproduction require large, that means long time period, right? Understood now? Next to progeny. What do you mean by progeny? Progeny means next generation. You may heard the word progeny in second year syllabus. Principles of inheritance and variations. Progeny means next generation. Whatever progeny developed by sexual mode of reproduction that are identically different when compared with the parents. Identically not similar. That means progeny is not identical. It is not identical to the parents. What is the reason? Due to cross fertilization, male and female gametes fusion takes place. Fusion of male and female gamete is called fertilization. Fertilization results in zygote. Zygote develop into embryo. Embryo differentiate into new individual, new organism, that are called progeny. In sexual mode of reproduction, what happened? Crossing over or recombination. Crossing over also called recombination takes place. Recall once meiosis phases. Meiosis include two steps, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Meiosis 1 consists of four subphases, prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1 and telophase 1, right? Out of which prophase 1 contain again 5 subphases, namely leptotin, zygotin, packaging, diplotin and diakinesis. Third phase, that is packaging. During packaging, particularly crossing over or recombination takes place. What do you mean by crossing over? A process of exchange of genetic material takes place between homologous chromosomes or non-sister chromatids. Between homologous chromosomes is technically termed as crossing over. Crossing over also called recombination. Due to crossing over, new characters, different characters, desired characters, quality characters, whatever characters absent in parent body, such new characters appear in progeny. Hence, progeny is not identical when compared with to their parents in case of sexual mode of reproduction. While in asexual reproduction and vegetative propagation, progeny identical to parents. Here quite opposite. Understood, right? Due to this reason, due to crossing over, progeny with different characters. Those progeny successfully adapted towards high temperature, high salinity conditions, acidic conditions, basic conditions, neutral conditions, disease conditions, water stress conditions, all types of conditions, right? Next, flowering. All plants, particularly flowering plants like angiosperms, produce flowers during particular season in a year. Some plants produce flowers only once in their lifetime, only once in their total lifetime. Some plants or some trees produce flowers once in a year. Once in a year means many times, several times in their life cycle, in their life span. Based on this condition, plants are of two kinds: monocarpic plants, polycarpic plants. Monocarpic plants, best example, bamboo. Polycarpic plants, best example, fruit yielding plants. Several fruit yielding plants. Right? Monocarpic, mono means single, carpic means flower. A plant which produces flowers only once in their lifetime, total lifetime, not life cycle, total lifetime, called monocarpic plants. Best example, bamboo. Bamboo, a grass plant, monocarp plant, lifespan approximately 50 to 100 years. 50 to 100 years. Though it is a polyannual plant, perennial plant, but produce flowers only once in their lifetime, mostly at the climax stage between 50 to 100 years. Okay, after flowering results in pollination. Pollination leads to fertilization. Fertilization results in fruit formation and seed formation. After that, plant die. That's all. Such plants are called monocarpic plants. Next, polycarpic plants. Poly means many, carpic means flowers. Plants which produce flowers many times more than one time in their lifetime are called polycarpic plants. Example, several fruit yielding plants like mango tree, banyan tree, tamarind tree, neem tree, guava tree. Several fruit yielding plants produce flowers once in a year. Once in a year means many times in their total lifetime. Such plants are called polycarpic plants. Understood now? Right? Next to another example, Strobilanthes kuntiana. Strobilanthes kuntiana. A common name, Neelakuranji. Neelakuranji. Okay, Neelakuranji. Scientific name Strobilanthes kuntiana. This plant produces flowers every 12 years once. Every 12 years once. Moreover, it is a monocarpic plant. This plant produces flowers only once in their lifetime, like bamboo. Like bamboo. This plant produces flower between September, in the month of September and October 2006. Next, September and October 2018. Next, September, between September and October 2030. Means every 12 years once. Every 12 years once this plant produces flowers. Plant scientific name, common name, both important. Strobilanthes kuntiana, scientific name, botanical name. Common name, Neelakuranji. This plant usually produces flowers. The color of the flower is light blue color, sky blue color, during September and October month. This period is suitable for the growth of, for the production of flowers. This plant mostly grow on hilly areas. Hilly areas. Recently, this plant produces flowers in the year 2006, September, October months. Again, recently in 2018, September and October months. In future, coming years, also may produce flowers in the month of September and October in the year 2030. In coming days, future, right? Means every 12 years once only this plant produce flowers. Such plants are called monocarpic plants. Strobilanthes kuntiana plant mostly grow in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Kerala. Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Kerala. During September and October month, the total surrounding hilly area turn into blue stretches. Blue stretches. Because this plant grow in hilly areas. At a time, all Strobilanthes plants produce blue flowers, blue color flowers. Hence, the total hilly area turn into blue stretches. It looks like beauty. It attracts tourists and visitors. Understood? General matter, but very important for NEET objective exam. Dear students, you must concentrate on this area. Hope you understood, right? Next to menstrual cycle. Menstrual cycle and estrous cycle. Estrous cycle. Differences, very important. After attainment of maturity, plants or animals, include human beings, able to produce gametes and ready for sexual mode of reproduction, right? Whatever the cyclic changes occur in reproductive system are called menstrual cycle. Okay. Menstrual cycle, estrous cycle differences. Menstrual cycle example primates. Primates. Estrous cycle common in non-primates. Non-primates. Primates example monkey, human beings. Okay, apes, chimpanzee, gorilla, etc. Primates example monkey, apes, human beings, gorilla, chimpanzee, etc. Non-primates example, some examples: cow, sheep, rat, tiger. Okay, and many other wild animals. Many other wild animals are the examples of non-primates. Menstrual cycle common in continuous breeders. Continuous breeders. Whereas estrous cycle common in seasonal breeders. Seasonal breeders. Some examples between menstrual cycle and estrous cycle. Important for NEET objective exam. Similarly, set exam, CET, KSET exam. Menstrual cycle common in primates. Primates means mentally very well developed organisms. They have very high IQ level, intelligent quotient level. Very well developed animals called primates. Mentally undeveloped animals are called non-primates. Some examples of primates: human beings, monkey, apes, chimpanzee, gorilla, etc. These are all intelligent animals. Their IQ level also high. In non-primates, their IQ level is very low. Some cattle like cow, sheep, goat, rat, tiger, lion, and many other wild animals. Their IQ level is very low. Logical thinking nature also very low. Hence, they were known as non-primates. Next, in primates, their reproductive cycle always active. Okay, reproductive structures always active during maturation time period. Okay, during entire menstrual cycle period. Hence, primates are continuous breeders. They produce progeny for a longer time. Continuous breeders. But estrous cycle occur in seasonal breeders, because non-primates are not active throughout year. They become active in a particular season in a year. Hence, they were known as seasonal breeders. They produce progeny during particular season in a year. Quite opposite. These are some examples. Understood? We are expecting at least one question from difference between menstrual cycle and estrous cycle. Okay, practice well, don't do neglect. Once all of you take one screenshot. Done. Next. Events in sexual reproduction. Events in sexual reproduction. Just now I told fertilization. Fusion of male and female gametes is called fertilization. Suppose it is male gamete. The best example, sperm cell, female gamete, egg cell in case of animals. But in case of plant body, male gamete means pollen. Each pollen grain produce 2 male gametes. Yes or no? So male gamete means pollen and female gamete means an egg. Fusion of male and female gamete is called fertilization. Fertilization result in zygote. Zygote is a single cell. All organisms, majority of organisms begins their life from a single cell, that is called zygote. The ploidy of zygote is 2n, diploid. Diploid means 2 sets of chromosomes. 2 sets means 4 chromosomes. Haploid 1 set, 2 chromosomes means 1 pair. Diploid 2 sets or 2 pairs. Triploid 3 sets or 3 pairs. Okay, more than 3 pairs means polyploid. Understood? Right. For our convenience, for our understanding, the total reproductive mechanism can be classified into 3 groups. 3 groups. What are 3 groups? Pre-fertilization events, pre-fertilization events. Second one, fertilization events. Fertilization events and post-fertilization events. Post-fertilization events. 3 groups very important for objective exams. The first one, pre-fertilization events. That means what? Before fusion of male and female gametes, some changes occur in the organism, in their reproductive structures. These all events collectively comes under pre-fertilization events. Just now I told, fertilization means fusion of male and female gametes. Pre means before. Before fusion of male and female gametes, some changes occur in organisms, in their reproductive structures. That all events collectively grouped under pre-fertilization events. Next, fertilization events. Fusion of male and female gametes. Okay, that is called fertilization. Post-fertilization events means after fertilization, some changes occur in organisms. The best example, in case of plant, flower is sex organ, sepals dry and drop off, petals dry and drop off, style and stigma also dry and wither off, dry and drop off. Next, integuments become seed coat. Integuments become seed coat. Seed coat are of 2 layers. It has 2 layers, testa and tegmen. Testa is outer layer, tegmen is inner layer. Right? Next, ovules become seeds. Ovary wall become fruit wall. Micropyle become seed pore. Seed pore. Through seed pore, seed absorb moisture, temperature, oxygen, then it becomes sprout. Understood now? Next, hilum become scare of seed. Scare of seed. These are the changes occur in a flower level after completion of fertilization. Okay, these all changes are called post-fertilization events. Similarly, many changes occur even in human beings. Right? Now first we discuss pre-fertilization events. It includes 2 steps. The first step, gametogenesis. Gametogenesis. And the second one, gamete transfer. The first one is gametogenesis, second one gamete transfer. Gameto means gametes. Genesis means production. A process of production of gametes from gamete mother cells called gametogenesis. ploidy of gamete always haploid, ploidy of mother cells always diploid. Hence, diploid mother cells undergo meiosis to form haploid gametes. Both male and female gametes, ploidy, always haploid. Remember, don't forget. One more main point. Whatever the number of chromosomes reduced in meiosis, the same number of chromosomes again re-add during fertilization. Suppose male gamete ploidy, N haploid. Female gamete ploidy also N haploid, N plus N. During fertilization, both male and female gametes fuse with each other to form zygote. So zygote ploidy 2N diploid. Mother cells ploidy 2N diploid. In such a way, whatever the number of chromosomes reduced deduct during reduction division, meiosis division, the same number of chromosomes again re-add by fertilization. This point also important for objective exam. Due to meiosis division, all organisms, all sexually reproducing organisms maintain the standard number of chromosomes. If any changes occur in number of chromosomes, means obviously that leads to genetic disorders, Klinefelter syndrome, Down syndrome, etc. Hence, meiosis or reduction division is very essential for sexually reproducing organisms. Mitosis is common in vegetative cells, somatic cells, whereas meiosis division quite common in reproductive system, sexually reproducing organisms. Understood? Gametogenesis. It are of two kinds: homogametes, heterogametes. First, homogametes. Homogametes. Then heterogametes. Heterogametes. Homogametes, the best example, Cladophora. Cladophora, a green algae. Cladophora. A green algae. Heterogametes example, Fucus. Egg, female gamete. Male gamete. Male gamete, right? Example, Fucus. Fucus, a brown algae. Brown algae, Phaeophyceae member, brown algae. It is in case of plant. Next, in case of animal, example, egg cell, female, sperm cell. Sperm. Example, human body. Human beings. Understood? Look here. Gametogenesis, a process of production of gametes from the respective gamete mother cells is called gametogenesis. It is again are of two kinds: homogametes, heterogametes. Homogametes, example Cladophora. It is a green algae. Algae plural form, alga singular form, right? Cladophora. These two are, suppose we cannot remember, we cannot identify which is male and which is female gamete, because these two are nearly same. In all directions, these two gametes are same. Such gametes are also called isogametes. 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 Iso means similar. Similar in size. Same in color. Number of flagella also remains same. Length of the flagella also remains same. Arrangement of flagella, everything same. Such gametes are called isogametes. Best example, Cladophora, a green algae. Okay, NCERT book example. Remember, don't forget. Then heterogametes. Hetero means two different types. Female gamete, male gamete. Female gamete, male gamete. Plant example, animal example. Plant name Fucus. Fucus, a phaeophysi member, brown algae. Egg cell, very big in size, large in size but non-motile. Male gamete, small in size but motile. Hence, motile male gamete fused with non-motile female gamete. Motile male gamete fused with non-motile female gamete. That is called anisogamy. You may heard the word isogamy, anisogamy and oogamy in previous chapter. Means first year syllabus, plant kingdom. Plant kingdom, when we discuss about algae, bryophytes there, right? Next, human beings. Female gamete, male gamete. Female gamete example, an egg. Egg single cell, haploid. Sperm cell, male gamete, haploid. Hence, gametes ploidy always haploid. Sperm cell, sperm motile and male gamete. Egg cell, non-motile, stationary. That is called heterogamous. Heterogamous, right? Diagrammatic representation important along with the examples. Don't forget. Next, sexuality in organisms. Sexuality in organisms. There are some technical terms. Example, homothalic. Homothalic or monoecious. Monoecious. The term homothalic belongs to fungus and the term monoecious belongs to plants. Next, heterothalic. Heterothalic, also called dioecious. Same, the term heterothalic belongs to fungus and the term dioecious belongs to plants. Right? Fungus example, Rhizopus. Fungus example, Rhizopus. Monoecious plant example. Monoecious means, I told previous video also many times. Monoecious means bisexual character. Dioecious, unisexual character. But sometimes some students might be confused. Mono means single. Single means single character. Wrong. Dioecious. Di means two. Two means double. Both male and female character. Wrong. Quite opposite. Monoecious means bisexual character. Dioecious means unisexual character. Some examples of monoecious plants: maize, cucumber or Cucurbidaceae family members, Cucurbidaceae members. One more example, coconut, and one more example, khara, etc. Right? And one more example, earthworm, etc. Dioecious. Some examples: Marchantia, papaya, Vallisneria, okay, cockroach, from animal side, cockroach, etc. You can remember examples of monoecious plants and animals, dioecious plants and animals. Definitely question paper setter prepare questions based on examples and based on terminology. Start from here. Homothalic means homo means similar, same. Thalic means thallus. Thallus means unorganized mass of tissue. Unorganized mass of tissue or undifferentiated mass of tissue is called thallus. You may heard the word thallus or thalloid in bryophytes, particularly bryophytes, right? So homothalic, even the term applicable for fungus. Homothalic means similar type of thallus. Heterothalic means different types of thallus. So the term homothalic and heterothalic belongs to fungus. Fungus example, Rhizopus, Mucor, etc. Another example, Mucor. Clear? Next, monoecious. Example, maize, Cucurbidaceae family members, coconut, khara, a green algae, earthworm. Okay, these animals, suppose an example, earthworm, Annelida member, earthworm and leech, or hermaphrodites. Hermaphrodites, hermaphrodite means bisexual organisms. Very important. It is a technical term. Hermaphrodites means bisexual plants or bisexual animals. Bisexual plants example, maize, Cucurbidaceae members, coconut and khara. Bisexual animals example, Annelida phylum members such as earthworm and leech. Even some reptiles also bisexual. Though earthworm is bisexual, but self-fertilization is prevented. What is the reason? I told the reason in previous sessions also. Once I repeat. Out of two sex organs, male and female, one of the sex character mature earlier than rest of the character. Due to this reason, self-fertilization is prevented in earthworm and leech. Right? Next, maize, cucumber, these are all bisexual plants. Plant is bisexual, but flowers are unisexual. Best example, maize. Single plant produce male flowers and female flowers. Male flowers developed from tip of the shoot tip, and female flowers developed from base of the shoot. Location different. Location, site different. but both flowers produced from single individual. Such condition is called monoecious. In monoecious plant, it is said to be bisexual, but flowers are unisexual. The location of male flower, top side, shoot tip, and the location of female flower, base of the stem. Even the arrangement also most convenient for transfer of pollen from male flower to female flower. Okay, top to base. Yes or no? Next, even Cucurbitaceae members, Chara, this and all bisexual plants. Single plant produce both male and female characters, but sex organs location different. Location different. In NCERT book clearly showing Chara book diagram. Chara diagram. A green algae. Chara mostly living in water, fresh water, drinking water, right? Some members of Chara also living in marine water. You go through NCERT book, they are showing Chara diagram. Female character, male character. Female character, woogonium. Means female sex organ in Chara, it is called woogonium. Male sex organ is called antheridium. Woogonium produce egg cells. Antheridium produce antherozoids, which are similar to sperms. Okay, there are two terms, antheridium, archegonium. Antheridium, woogonium. Antheridium and archegonium. Archegonium is female character in bryophytes and pteridophytes, even gymnosperms also. In bryophytes, pteridophytes and gymnosperms, archegonium represent female character. But in case of algae, female character name is woogonium. You don't confuse. Woogonium, archegonium. Both are female. But woogonium, female sex character found in algae. Archegonium, female sex character found in higher plants, bryophytes, pteridophytes and gymnosperms. In angiosperms, archegonium character absent. Instead of archegonium, gynoecium, andrecium characters found in angiosperms. That's why angiosperms are higher living plants. Okay, that's all. Next, in case of dioecious plants, Marchantia, a bryophyte. Male Marchantia different, female Marchantia different. Male Marchantia produce antheridophore. Antheridophore produce antherozoids, and female Marchantia develop archegoniophore. Archegoniophore gives rise large number of eggs. That is called dioecious. Here plant unisexual, sex organs also unisexual. Papaya, fruit yielding plant. Male papaya produce male flower, female papaya produce female flower. Here plant unisexual, flowers also unisexual. Flowers also unisexual. Vallisneria, aquatic plant, water plant. Male Vallisneria different, female Vallisneria different. Right, in previous chapter I told hydrophily. Hydrophily are of two kinds, epihydrophily, hypohydrophily. Epihydrophily, example Vallisneria and Hydra. Hydrilla. Hypohydrophily, example Zostera marina. You remember once previous video concepts. Hence Vallisneria also one of the dioecious plant, unisexual plant, aquatic plant. Cockroach, unisexual animal, unisexual insect. Male cockroach different, female cockroach different. These are some difference between monoecious plants, dioecious plants, homothallic character and heterothallic character. The term homothallic, heterothallic belongs to only fungus. Fungus example Rhizopus and Mucor. Understood? Right? Next to all of you remember these concepts. Some technical terms are there. NCERT book terminology. Staminate flower, staminode flower, pistillate flower, pistillate flower. Terms meaning very important. Staminate flower means a flower with stamen is called staminate flower, male flower. It is male flower. Staminode different, staminate different. You don't confuse. Staminode means sterile male flower. Sterile male flower is called staminode. Pistillate flower. Pistil means female character, carpel. Group of pistil is called gynoecium. Pistil also called carpel. Hence, group of pistil or group of carpel called gynoecium. Female flower. Female flower. This terminology very important. A flower with a male character means androecium. What is androecium? Group of stamen is called androecium. In previous chapter, clearly with neat label diagrams we have discussed what is stamen. What are the parts in a stamen? Group of stamen is called androecium. Okay. A flower with androecium is called staminate flower, commonly called male flower. Staminode flower means sterile male flower. In sterile male flower, anther unable to produce pollen. Okay, in such conditions, no chance of self pollination. Next, pistillate flower. Flower with pistil or carpel is called pistillate flower. Pistil means female character, hence it is called female flower. That's all. These are the various concepts covered from this chapter, from this topic. Right? Today I stop here. Rest of the concepts let me discuss in next video. Until that, nobody deviate your time. Watch this video properly. Try to understand the concepts. After completion of watching video, immediately go through NCERT paragraph lines. Read NCERT lines thoroughly, line by line, word by word, letter to letter. Then go through box points, flow charts, diagram and representation, differences. These are the main concepts, main areas, the area where question paper setter prepare questions from this chapter. Hope you understood, right? Prepare well. All the best. Have a nice day.